By ignoring every big creator's advice, I went from 0 to 100,000 subscribers in 6 months. I always wanted to be an artist, dancer, or athlete, anything to avoid living a boring life. And YouTube has allowed me to pursue all of these desires and live my dream life. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and reveal how much money I've made since starting. I've been working full-time since I was 15, so I never felt like I got to reach my full potential in my passions like sports or music. I always told myself that I'd make time for my passions one day. So when I saw all these creators making money by learning skills, I wondered, could I do something similar with my life? I decided to take a huge financial risk and shift careers again to see if I could build a YouTube channel around the things that I was passionate about. On day one, to decide on what videos to make, I had to get clear on what I wanted my channel to be about. So I repurposed an old Japanese concept on how to live a meaningful life called Ikigai by using this diagram to identify my skills, financial opportunities, the world's needs, and things that I love. It made me realize that there's an overlapping focus on self-learning. This would allow me to create content about anything that I'm interested in, instead of having to pick a single niche. I want to build a brand identity, which is a culmination of all of my interests. Because I had a limited amount of both time and money, I wanted to start with ideas that had the potential to go viral. I knew that if I could gain an audience, I could create videos about whatever I wanted later and take more risks. To do this, I looked on other creators' channels that overlapped in theme, and I looked for videos that had a disproportionate amount of views versus their other videos. Once I had a list of videos, I asked myself, can I do it better or add a unique perspective? If I could make a better version of a video that already had an existing audience, I knew that YouTube would recommend it. I also sorted the video ideas by difficulty, or essentially how tough they were to create, because learning how to make videos for the first time while pursuing a tough challenge resulted in me failing to complete my first video. After doing all this, I selected the top video idea and I got to work. To get better at making videos, I focused on learning one of the 4 aspects of filmmaking per video. My first video was a steak video. Before we did anything else, we started by conceptualizing it. I watched other videos that were similar in topic and I created a lookbook. I collected lots of cuts and transitions which affect the pacing of the video. I also chose all of the music first, which really helped me get a sense of what my videos were gonna feel like. Lastly, I worked on the packaging, which is the title and the thumbnail, because if I felt like I couldn't create a clickable thumbnail, then no one's gonna watch the video anyways. I just try to make a better version of a similar thumbnail that worked well for another video. I don't have a design background, so I just used Canva's YouTube templates. Once I had all these building blocks, I realized I had the pieces of my first video. To help combine these themes and make them my own, I read a book called Steal Like an Artist. Learning how to cook a great steak only took me a couple of hours, but we had to film many different takes for something as simple as the intro, all because we started filming without a script. So for video number 2, we needed a script in advance. Enter the graffiti video. But as I started script writing, I kept getting lost in terms of the video structure. To help with this, I started with an outline and by developing a table of contents. This allowed me to mentally map out the entire video and get a sense of where I was going to include the elements from the conceptualization. As I was writing the script, I figured that I would leverage every single advantage that I had. For instance, I was living in Medellin, Colombia at the time, and I got introduced to a famous artist to collaborate on the video. Even the process of convincing him to come work with me in the video naturally became a part of the script and raise the overall entertainment value of the video. I learned that the most important part of the script is actually the first 30 seconds of the video, or the hook. This is where most viewers leave, so I have to convince them to stick around. I made sure to relate to the viewer, kick off the story strong, and included the title so my viewers knew that they were not being misled. Once I had a draft, I went through the entire thing and I removed anything that was not essential. Then I started filming. However, this was my first time doing anything like this, so after reviewing all the footage that we filmed, we realized that a lot of the shots had terrible lighting and audio quality, and we even overshot. So we had tons of additional footage we didn't need, wasting even more time, all because we didn't properly plan out what to film in advance. With these 2 videos finished, I had a ton of confidence to take on something a little more challenging. The breakdancing video. We decided to really push ourselves when it came to filming to make this our best video yet. I bought a couple of lights, upgraded the mics, we cleaned up our environment, and we experimented experimented with lots of different types of shots. I learned from making the street art video, I need to create a shot list so I know exactly what to shoot and I don't waste my time filming things I don't even need. And I shot things from multiple angles with multiple takes. For instance, at the end of the breaking video, right before the climax, we were able to add all of my thoughts and feelings because we knew before the event that I was probably going to have a tough time entering the cipher. I was able to film genuine fear on my face and overlay that with my internal dialogue because we had planned in advance what to film at the event. This made the video feel more raw. However, the editing still took a long amount of time because we kept having to re-edit certain sections based on the story. This was very frustrating because we'd sync the music, add graphics, and spend tons of time on sections that got later ripped out of the video. So we decided to come up with a process for editing with our hardest project yet. I wanted to create a super high value video and share something that I did in the past retroactively, like when I learned how to code and I got a job in 2018. So the challenge of this video was, can I take learning a tough technical skill and turn it into an entertaining video? The previous videos were really hard to edit because we didn't have a process for it. So this time we edited the video in 3 separate phases. Phase 1 is establishing the timeline or laying out the A-roll and the voiceovers. This way you can watch through the entire story and see if it makes sense. Phase 2 is adding the B-roll, and phase 3 is adding the animations like title cards and graphics. The more time I spent in a prerequisite section, the easier it is to do the next. For instance, the more time that I spent scripting, the easier filming became. I spent over 173 hours in this video alone, and that's not including miscellaneous tasks. So finally, with months of working my ass off, I finally had a couple of videos I was really proud of. But more importantly, I now have a process to create good videos consistently. However, something that I waited to do was upload them. When I work on something for too long, I have a tendency to miss things. So to catch issues before I posted them, I wanted to get multiple rounds of feedback from people whose opinions that I trusted. So I created a group with some friends who are also getting into YouTube with one single rule. You had to be brutally honest with your feedback. The first time I sent the videos out, I got so much negative feedback, I felt like I had wasted months of my life making these videos that nobody would care about. And I had been living off my savings and generating $0 of income. So I genuinely thought about quitting YouTube. But then I reminded myself what my life is going to be like if I figure this out. I got back to work. Distilling down what people didn't like about my videos made me realize that there was a consistency amongst all of the feedback. What felt like 100 things wrong could simply be boiled down to one thing: story. I went back and I reworked every single video I had with an emphasis on story. I learned how to use the 7-point story structure, and like my favorite shows, I added trials and tribulations that I thought were inconsequential. Making videos that I wanted to watch allowed me to have fun with the creative process again. Because I was telling my story, it allowed me to be creative in the way that I expressed myself. This took weeks of re-editing. However, when I sent the videos out again, everyone started raving about them, and I knew I was onto something special. Even the first version of this video was completed about a month ago, but I reworked it after feedback. The feedback was that they wanted to see more of my process. So I reduced many parts of the original story and I added the make good video section, which we just covered, to walk everyone through my own video creation process. The good news and bad news is that there's no secret to making good videos. It's just a lot of effort over and over again. Finally, I uploaded a couple of videos and officially launched my YouTube channel. A few days went by and nothing happened. A lot of fear started creeping in as I kept refreshing the YouTube app over and over again. I thought my videos were good, but a lot of doubt started to creep in and I thought maybe I missed something. Maybe it was all a waste of time. But then, a week in, my videos got picked up by YouTube's algorithm and I started getting a ton of views. I hit 1,000 subscribers in 7 days, and then before I knew it, I hit 11,000 subscribers in 29 days and I got monetized. I started actually earning some money off of ad revenue and brands started to contact me. But the most important thing for me was I started getting a ton of positive comments, and the improvements per video has been validated by YouTube. Even the latest video that I posted recently recently cracked 100,000 views and it's on its way to 1 million a year. In 6 months since launching the channel, I've made almost $12,000 in AdSense revenue. I've made around $4,122 from affiliate commissions, and I'm about to make $2,000 for my upcoming sponsored video. This is around $18,000 in total. I accomplished all of this by creating videos that added value in a story and spending a ton of time and effort making them the best as I could. But guys, I haven't been fully honest with you. Even though I got monetized in 29 days from launching my channel, it took me 6 months of failing to learn the filmmaking process. So don't let my overnight success discourage you. And I have some major advantages. I recruited one of my best friends to come work on the channel with me, who's an amazing video editor. And I had a lot of time to invest into this because I actually sold my company last year. This allowed me to take my time to build a team and develop a process the right way. Which is why I'm excited to announce the launch of my YouTube agency, Upload Studio. We're only opening up space to a couple of clients at a time because I'll personally be involved with the creative process, and you'll get access to my team to work on your videos and animations. Check the link in the description to apply now. We took all of the annoying points of the entire video creation process and we built our own video production management software that makes it easy to go from idea to script to filming all in a single place. Check it out. We're really excited about it. The link is in the description. Hey guys, if you found any value in this video, please subscribe to the channel so I can continue to film myself over and over again to share my journey of self-learning with you. Peace!